I would pay $1 million cash just to go back in time to talk to my old, unprofitable, and broke self. And these are the things that I would say to him. Just recently, I was back home visiting my parents for Christmas, and I came across my notebook that I was writing in back in 2019. Now, keep in mind, this is after I had made a decent amount of money from crypto, but lost it all and was trying to figure out how to day trade. So I want to share with you guys some of the entries that I put in this book, which is now around 5 years, close to 6 years old, which is crazy because it feels like yesterday when I was writing the first journal entries in here, and I'm already getting goosebumps doing this video for you guys. And what better way to start off the new year than to share with you guys what I was thinking as a broke day trader trying to make it in trading and just trying to make it in life. So that being said, let's dive into this. So something I want to share with you guys in here was at the very back, we see, you guys can't read this, or you can see my life goals. Number one, I will make $1 million in a year. Next, I will be financially free. Next, I will own a Lamborghini. I will be mentally and physically healthy. I will travel frequently. I will enjoy my life because that is what we are here to do. I will continue to level up my mindset. Now, I thought that this was extremely powerful, not at the time, but looking back at this, honestly, I completely forgot that I even had this notebook, and rummaging through my old drawers, I just managed to find this and I decided to open it up, and I'm looking at all these goals that I've written down for myself 5 years later, and I've hit every single one of them. I have made $1 million in a year. I've made much more than that. I've made multiple $1 million in a year. I am financially free. I don't own a Lamborghini, but I do own a Mansory Rolls-Royce Cullinan and a Brabus GLE. I think that's pretty close. I am mentally and physically healthy. I'm at a young age right now, and at the time, this was probably one of my lowest points in life, and I know that's why I was writing and emphasizing I will be mentally and physically healthy, because at the time, I was severely depressed, and as you guys know, even after making all of my money, I attempted to take my life. And seeing this now, knowing that I'm the happiest damn bro, this is getting emotional already. Knowing that I am the happiest that I've ever been in my entire life, sitting here reading this and thinking back to 5 years ago, that 5 year ago version of me writing this down, wishing that he could have some sort of happiness come into his life, that he would do anything that it took to become happy. This is what it's all about. I will travel frequently. I now live on a freaking island in Puerto Rico, and I have a second place in Miami, and I'm always traveling for work, for content. I will enjoy my life because that is what we are here to do. Here I am literally at like 11 p.m. making content for you guys, and I'll mention something in here that is kind of cool, where I kind of had a little inkling knowing that I wanted to do content in the future, but I enjoy my life. Every single day I'm so blessed to be awake and so happy to be living the life that I am now, and I will continue to level up my mindset. Again, 5 years ago, me probably sitting here, if he was watching me right now, he would be so proud of himself knowing what I've accomplished. Now, I don't want to take too much more time because I want to go into how I can help you guys actually succeed and do this on your own, but I want to go over some of these other affirmations that I put on here. I will make $10,000 a month by April. And then I wrote down like the daily goal of what I had to make in order to make $10,000 a month. So I said, today I will make $200. And then I don't know why I crossed this out, but I put, I will follow my trading plan. I will follow my schedule. I will log my trades. I am successful. I will own a Tesla by June. I will invest money into crypto. I am successful in the markets. I make money in the markets. I am not greedy. I am unbiased. I'm confident in my markups and my layouts. My mindset is always leveling up. Again, I've completed literally every single one of these affirmations except for owning a Tesla and gym. I do not own a Tesla. I don't know why I wanted a Tesla back then, but I completed every single one of these. So I just thought it was super cool, and I really wanted to share this with you guys, of the 5-year-old version of me writing this down to now the version of me that you guys know, the TJR that you guys know and love. I wanted to share with you guys what I was thinking when I was in your position. I had the vision for who I wanted to be. I knew exactly where I wanted to go with my life. And I'm sure so many of you guys are like that right now. And you guys have this absurd vision for your life, this delusional vision that your parents, your friends, your family says, no, that's never going to work out. Well, guess what? I was in your exact position just 5 freaking years ago, 6 years ago, writing that same delusional shit down on this notebook. And now here I am, living in Puerto Rico in a $2 million freaking house and teaching you guys how you guys can do it as well. So with that being said, let's get into the first thing that I wish I could tell that old, broke, and unprofitable Tyler. Number 1, do not be afraid to fail and know that success comes from many failures. The amount of times that I was scared to do something, or that I was scared to try something new because I knew I was going to fail. If I had just removed that from my headspace, if I had just removed that completely and removed the thought of embarrassment or failure, I would be so much farther than where I'm at today. And I think you guys can start that right now. I know a lot of you guys, the biggest thing is you guys are just conforming to what society, your parents, your friends wants you to be. You're the version of yourself that treats everybody around you how they want you to treat them. Instead, you guys need to go into a period of me. You guys need to go into a period where you prioritize yourself and nobody else. I know that sounds selfish. I know that sounds arrogant. I know a lot of you guys love the people around you. But if you are unsatisfied with your life right now and you guys are not happy with where you're at or where your life is headed, where the trajectory of where your life is pointing towards right now, you need to prioritize yourself. You need to change your life for the better. And it's only going to take 6 months or even a year to be able to fully change the trajectory of your entire life. And it starts with taking a fucking chance. It starts with not being afraid to fail. It starts with not being afraid to be embarrassed and standing up for that, knowing that, hey, I know where I want to go with my life, and 99% of people will never be able to do what I'm about to do. And if you put that in your head, I can promise you that nothing will stand in your way. Number 2, this is going off of number 1. Don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about you, because at the end of the day, everyone is going to die and their opinions are going to die with them. Okay? This is taken from Alex Hormozy, and I think it's a beautiful quote. Every single person around you, whether you like it or not, is going to die and their opinions will die with them. So your friends that might make fun of you because you want to start posting on social media to teach people how to do e-commerce or day trading or Amazon FBA. The people that say, bro, you don't even have any followers. Who are you making those videos for, bro? That's so funny. I don't give a shit about that. Don't give a fuck about anybody's opinions. Pursue your fucking dreams. For all we know, this is the only life that we have, so you might as well do what you fucking want with it. It makes me so sad and honestly disappointed in my younger self that was honestly the main reason why I was so unhealthy mentally, was because I knew who I wanted to be. My family had a completely different vision of who Tyler was supposed to be than I did in my head. I envisioned myself doing exactly what I'm doing right now on YouTube, believe it or not. and freaking day trading, being a crypto freaking millionaire. That was in my head. That was who I wanted to be. My parents wanted me to go to school. They wanted me to complete college. They wanted me to go into a 9-to-5, and they wanted me to get a regular ass job. Pretty much every single other person within my entire extended family, and I got a lot of them, they all follow the same religion. They all work 9-to-5s, and they all do what they're told to. And at the end of the day, that's not necessarily bad. But that's not what I wanted for myself, and that's not what I wanted for my life. And if I had changed that earlier, if I had stopped giving a shit what I thought my friends were going to say about me, what I thought my parents were going to say to me, and where my life was going, or they did say stuff to me about where my life was going, they pretty much said I was throwing my life away because of the decisions that I was making. I was skipping classes, I was doing drugs, and I wasn't on a good path. But I knew exactly where I wanted to go with my life. And I'm not saying do freaking drugs. Definitely not. Okay? But what I am saying is if you guys have a strong, positive vision of where you want to go in life, you guys have to actively pursue that relentlessly. And that leads me into number 3. Do what you love and pursue it relentlessly. If you guys, I can't even explain how much I love trading. I was just writing freaking pages about this shit, bro. Literally just pages on pages on pages on freaking pages in my notebook about trading. That's how bad I wanted it, and that's how much I loved it. If you guys can make a hobby or something that you love a job, then you won't work a single day in your entire life. And that's what I was able to do through trading. I wake up pretty much every single morning excited to get on the charts, excited to stream for you guys, excited to make TikToks for you guys, excited to make YouTube videos for you guys, to help you guys do exactly what I wanted to do back when I was broke and unprofitable. I love what I do for work. I can take time off. I'm financially free. And it's just, I wish that I could have told my younger self, pursue this harder when I was just starting. Because believe it or not, when I was writing these things down in this notebook, I was pursuing it, but I was still worried about what are my parents going to think? What are my friends going to think if they find out that I'm buying this cryptocurrency shit? What are my friends going to think when I start posting TikToks talking about day trading? What are my friends going to think when I start showing up on their For You page? What are my friends going to start thinking when I show up with a $10,000 watch on my wrist? I know those are silly things to think about, but at the end of the day, that's what I was embarrassed about. I was embarrassed about making content. I was embarrassed saying that I had put thousands of dollars into imaginary freaking currency. I was embarrassed saying that I was a day trader, because at the time, and still is, you're considered a freaking nerd if you're a day trader. You put your glasses up and you sit on the charts all day. And it was embarrassing for me. And I wish I could have just removed all of that embarrassment and went at it with just pride, knowing and standing up for myself and saying, this is what I want to do for the rest of my fucking life. And I know for a fact that damn near every single person watching this video feels the same way about where they want to go with their lives. Whether it's with trading or whether it's with something else, this can all apply. Number 4, you have 100 times the potential than you think you do. Again, 5 freaking years ago, my goal was to just be making $10,000 a month. I was just trying to make $200 a day. Now I'm pretty much doing consistent 7-figure months through trading, through crypto, through social media, and through my other businesses. and through my investment portfolios, from my freaking savings account that's giving me APY. And back then, I thought $10,000 a month, that's pretty much what my dad makes. I'll be set for life. I see how well that I'm living as a freaking kid. I see how well that all these other guys, that's 6 figures a year. I thought 6 figures a year, that's like, boom, you're living large. And at the time, that was my dream. That was my goal. And I thought that was the only amount of potential that I had. Oh boy, was I fucking wrong. And this is kind of what I want to instill in you guys, is that right now, you guys may think, oh yeah, I'll get to pursuing $1 million a month when I get there. Yeah, you're right to an extent, but also you might as well put that shit down with pen and paper to solidify that. I will make, what did I say? I think I actually did. Yeah, okay, I did. I said I will make $1 million in a year. So that's making $100,000 a month, around, a little bit under that, like $85,000 a month. So I had that long-term vision for myself. And that's what I want to instill in you guys. You guys are chasing really easy accomplishments. And that's okay to have those be your small goals. But you guys need to be delusional. You guys need to set absurd, outlandish goals for yourself. In this book, I wrote down, where is this? I will be a millionaire, and then I crossed it out, and I wrote, I will be a billionaire. I'm pretty far from a billionaire, but I know for a fact if I consistently pursue and relentlessly go after the small goals that I set for myself every single day that collectively push me towards my long-term goals, I will eventually be there. There's no doubt in my mind. And why do I have not a doubt in my mind about that? Because I saw where I was on this notebook just 5 small years ago, where I was in life. And I thought I'm just trying to make $1 million a year. And now I'm doing that in months. So I'm thinking, if I'm doing $1 million months now, where the fuck will I be in 5 years? And that's what really excites me. And that's what should excite you too, about how far you guys can really go in life if you guys start today. Number 5, you guys need to focus on one thing at a time. There was a period of time where after I had made a significant amount of money in crypto, I spent it all on a bunch of bullshit. I was buying shoes, mainly just hypebeast stuff. I was buying like a bunch of Jordans and like NMDs and stuff like that, Ultra Boost, whatever. And I kind of, not that I lost sight of what I wanted to do, but I was just distracted. I had shiny object syndrome, where I was just trying to make as much money as possible all at once and not focusing on one single skill set, which for me was trading at the end of the day. That was what I had put the most amount of time in. That's what I loved the most, but I kept getting distracted by seeing these different YouTube videos of somebody saying, hey, I made this much money drop shipping. Hey, I made this much money flipping this Supreme hoodie on eBay or on StockX or on Grailed. And I got distracted with a lot of that stuff, and that definitely slowed me down. So if you guys are somebody that is just now getting into the making money online space, and you guys are trying to figure out, hey, I just want to be able to make my first $10,000 a month, just like how I was trying to make my first $10,000 a month. Stop trying to do 5 side hustles at a time and put all 5 of those skill sets and all of that work that it takes to be able to grow all 5 of those at the same time and just drill it down into one. And I promise your growth will be exponential from there. Because I think about what I was doing, I was half-assing trading at the time. I wasn't going as balls deep, but straight up as I really should have been. And now looking back on it, I'm like, fuck, I wish I had gone harder on this. Now, obviously, I have 20/20 vision looking back, but at the time I was concerned. I wasn't sure about how things were going to play out for me, if day trading was going to work. You need to take away that unsurety. Because again, if you guys love what you guys are doing, at the end of the day, you guys should be able to do that forever without making a single dollar. And the awesome thing about doing what you love and doing it relentlessly and pursuing to monetize that passion, that hobby, whatever it is, that's where you will make the most amount of money. It's by doing what you love and being creative and being true to yourself and your own personality. Because the second that you start falling into shiny object syndrome and start just focus on the money being made, that's when work becomes work. And you don't want that, ever. Number 6, invest in yourself early through skills. This was something that actually I was already practicing in this notebook, which is really cool. And one of those things was manifestation and goal setting. Goal setting was a skill that I learned at a very young age through basketball, through football, and through trading. And that helped me, one, be able to accurately set short-term goals that helped me pursue long-term goals that helped me succeed to be where I'm at now. And on top of that, I wish that when I was younger, I had just focused on like big overarching skills that would change the trajectory of my life. So what does that mean? I'm talking about the perfect example for me is trading. Like trading is a skill set of understanding where price wants to go with a high probability. So if I had just put and invested a shit ton of time into just learning how to trade instead of looking at like how to flip hoodies or shoes or trying to pursue like sneaker bots and all that back in the day, I would probably be 10 times farther than where I'm at now. And on top of that, if I started learning and investing myself into content or resources or books that would help myself grow not only in trading and in business, because at the end of the day, when you grow in trading, you end up creating whether it's a business outside of that or just a business within your trading, you're going to have to end up having employees, contractors, okay? And honestly, I'm trying and like struggling to build those skills now. And I wish I had invested my time into like high barrier of entry skill sets, because by the time I needed those skill sets, for me, it was too late. So if you guys can start building those skill sets early on as you guys are on this entrepreneurial journey or this trading journey, then by the time you guys need those skill sets, one, you will have already failed so many times at trying to do those skills correctly or properly, and you guys will be way farther ahead of your competition. And on top of that, you guys will be far more prepared instead of just showing up and having a problem arise and then you having to deal with it and then fail until you actually get good at solving those problems within your business or within your trading. And last but not least, what I want to close this video out on is take the fucking leap of faith. I vividly remember that it sounds so corny. There used to be an old day trading YouTuber. I forget what his channel was. I don't even think he has a channel anymore. He might though. And if you guys know who it is, drop it in the comments. But he always talked about taking the leap of faith and taking and doing a paradigm shift, which is essentially what I laid out for you guys in this video, is shifting the paradigm and shifting the mindset that you guys are in currently and turning it right now. Your guys' headspace and your mindset is pointed towards a poor trajectory of life. But if you guys are able to shift that mindset, shift that trajectory, and then start taking steps in the right direction of where you want to go in life, then you will eventually end up there. And one of those things is taking the leap of faith. And that's essentially completely abandoning the mindset that you are in right now. That tunnel vision, whether you know it or not, of I have to do this, I'm too embarrassed to do this, I can't do this, all of the I can'ts in your head. You have to start writing shit down like I was. This was my paradigm shift, saying I will make $1 million in a year. There's no I can't do that. Remove can't from your vocabulary and take that leap of faith and abandon all of those horrible thoughts that are holding you back from pursuing the life of your fucking dreams, guys. I truly cannot explain how powerful it was for me to go back home and read through this notebook after 5 years of having written these things down, and to be able to read through these and literally having completed every single one of my long-term goals within this notebook. And it was all because I decided to take the leap of faith on myself to say, screw this, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be able to live the life of my dreams. And I wrote it down in this fucking notebook saying, I will do this. I will make $1 million a year. I will be making $10,000 a month. I will invest in crypto. What are the fucking odds of that? Me writing down, I will invest in crypto back in 2019. I really want to frame this notebook and leave it somewhere so that you guys can see in every single one of my videos to remind you guys of where I was as a broke high school freaking teenager and where I wanted to go with my life, to not only remind myself, but also to remind you guys of how close I am to you. Just 5 years ago, I was in every single one of your guys' positions. And I was able to take the leap of faith for the better of my own life, for the better of my own mental health, for my own financial freedom. And I was able to change the entire trajectory of my entire life. And what a perfect time to start this on New Year's freaking Day. And I encourage every single one of you guys to go to the store, buy a notebook, and write down those delusional ass goals that you guys have. And pursue that dream life that you guys have been wanting to pursue for your entire lives. Up to this point, most of you guys have just been hoping and dreaming. We're done with that. In 2025, every single one of you will start taking action and will take that leap of faith into your dream life. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.